the simple hack that will stop you gaining weight. That was the finding from a recent Japanese study, which showed that if you eat too quickly, you'll most likely put on weight and even trigger problems with your heart. The researchers monitored the eating habits of 642 men and 441 women and divided them into 3 groups depending on what they said their usual eating speed was: slow, normal, or fast. More, 50 of our best Christmas recipes. Coming back to the group after 5 years, the researchers found that people who ate quickly are 11.6% more likely to develop metabolic syndrome, a cluster of heart disease, diabetes and stroke risk factors. The researchers also discovered that a faster eating speed was also associated with a larger waistline. A study shows eating too fast can lead to several health problems and unwanted weight gain. Sources stock. What happens when you eat too fast? Eating too fast overrides mechanisms, which tell our brains we're full. Part of the reason seems to be that the stomach doesn't have time to tell the body that it's filling up, so we end up eating more than we need to. More, 4 weight loss tricks you need to try. How? Receptors in the stomach that respond to being stretched by food and the hormones that signal to the brain can take 15 to 20 minutes to kick in. The good news is, your speed eating habits can be changed. So if you're breaking speed records at meals, consider these techniques to slow down. Don't bite more than you can chew. Mom was always right when she said don't gobble down your food. One of the major reasons for eating too fast is not chewing long enough. More, best breakfast for weight loss. Chewing results in more favorable levels of appetite-regulating hormones that tell your brain when you've had enough. To slow down your eating, focus on chewing your food well during each bite, a minimum of 10 times, before swallowing. Besides, chewing for longer makes you more likely to notice the flavors and texture, which makes you more aware of what, and how much, you're eating. Switch hands. Making things more difficult is a great way to force yourself to pay attention to what you're eating. One simple way to do this is to try eating with your non-dominant hand. It may sound obvious, but eating out of a brown paper bag is not a very mindful practice. Source stock. Doing so will require undivided attention to hand-mouth coordination, which will snap you out of autopilot or mindless eating, into eating consciously and staying more focused during mealtime. Result: you eat less and still feel satisfied. Put food on a plate. It may sound obvious, but eating out of a brown paper bag is not a very mindful practice. Get in the habit of placing even small snacks and desserts on a plate before you eat them. This will force you to acknowledge exactly what and how much you will be eating. Ditch distractions. If it's hard to imagine eating lunch away from your desk or dinner not in front of the TV, challenge yourself to eat without distractions and your waistline may thank you. Put simply, eating while distracted or multitasking makes it harder to recall the amount of food consumed, meaning you're more likely to overeat later in the day.